Dear students, I am Dr. Praveen Tripathi, Faculty of Psychiatry, and I am recording this video when around 45 days are left for your NEET examination. And this is the time of the year when I usually record a video for medical students, especially those who are about to appear for the NEET exam. And the reason is that I believe, and I have reasons to believe this, that these last 35, 40, 45 days, they matter a lot. They're extremely important. They're very important. I cannot, use more adjectives to stress upon the fact that I believe that these last 1.5 months is the time, the most important time for your preparation. I think that the preparation year, when it comes to the preparation for an entrance examination, that preparation year gives you a chance to correct whatever mistakes that you made during your MBBS. Even if you did not study as well in the MBBS, it's okay. Even if you did not read standard books in the MBBS, it's okay. Even if you say got a supply in one subject or two subject, it is okay. Irrespective of what you did during those MBBS days, the entrance examination year is the time when you can redeem yourself. Nobody is going to ask you what was your score in first year, second year, or whether you passed in the first attempt or second attempt. If you get a good rank in the entrance examination and if you get selected in a good college and in a good branch. This is what I mean by redeeming yourself. So entrance examination preparation is a way of redeeming yourself and making the wrongs right, all the wrongs that you did during the MBBS days. Similarly, whatever mistakes that you have done in this year, you can correct them in the last 45, 50, 35 days. Why? I believe, and again I have reasons to believe this, that for most of our life and for most of our academic life, we operate at levels which are far away from our peak levels. And you know this. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Try remembering the night before your professional examination. Remember the night before the pathology examination. Remember the night before the pharma examination. Remember the night before the surgery examination or medicine examination. Do you remember that during those 12 hours or during those 24 hours before the examination, do you remember the level of your working, the level of your functioning? You were able to remember things like they are nothing. You were able to sit on a stretch of 2 hours, 3 hours without getting tired, and you did not really need many breaks. That was you working at your peak level. How many times have you done that in your life? Rarely. You can count it on your fingers. And this is not surprising. It is physiologically impossible for anybody to operate at the peak level for too long a time. And even during the entrance examination preparation year, it is impossible to stay at that level for the entire year. It is humanly impossible. Most of the people are able to operate at that level for say 2 months, 3 months, 2.5 months. That is probably the capacity of human beings. So 1.5 months before the examination or 50 days before the examination, if you can somehow take your game to that level, then the tables get turned. Another thing is that those who have been studying from the day one, many a times start getting into the trap of now I am tired. Now I can't read more. Now things are not going into my head. That is, just a feeling. I mean, there's nothing like that. It doesn't really happen. It doesn't really happen that your mind stops absorbing the information. But, it's more of a psychological phenomenon. You start thinking like that. And sometimes this phenomena gets spread in the friend circle. One friend starts saying that now I am too tired, now I can no longer study, and suddenly the other friend also starts feeling the same. कि मुझसे पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है. The third friend also starts feeling the same. But it's all in your head. Of course, there's nothing. There's no limit to your studies. It's just that you get tired, and then you also feel a little bit of desire to study at that level. So there is this phenomena that a large number of students start feeling tired, and they kind of start to lose focus. The levels of their efforts start declining, and add to that the phenomena that you can operate at your best for say 35, 40, 45 days only. All these things put together opens a window for those students who start to accelerate during these last 30, 40, 45 days. Also, if we want to operate at our peak, we need to find that level of motivation. If you are motivated, you can do anything, and it's not easy to be motivated. You have to remember, or you have to remind yourself a couple of things to get into that feeling of studies, or to get that level of motivation to study harder. How do we get motivated? We have to remind ourselves, what are we studying for? If you are really passionate for getting a good PG seat, if you are really passionate of getting into a particular field, if you really want to become a surgeon, really want to become an orthopedician, really want to become a psychiatrist, whatever it is, then you'll have to pay a price. And that price is this superhuman effort in the last 40-45 days. If you can put a superhuman effort, nothing else matters. In the last 45 days, if you can study like you have never studied before, nothing else will matter. You will get selected. Every year, every damn year, we still see students who started studying in the last 1 month or 2 months and still got selected, still got a seat of their choice, because they were able to perform at their peak. Also, students, as I said, for most of our lives, for most of our academic career, we operate quite far from our peak, but then this is that moment which can totally change your life. This is the moment which can determine how you live the rest of your life. I do not say that if you are a plain MBBS, the life is not worth living. Of course, MBBS doctors do play a significant role in the healthcare system. But if you are a person who has always dreamt of becoming an MD, who have always dreamt of a particular branch, 45 days or 40 days is too small a sacrifice to achieve what you want to achieve. There has to be a period in our life when we outperform ourselves, and there has to be a period in our life when we surprise ourselves. You do not realize this, but whatever level you are operating at, you can operate at twice that level. It's just the matter of doing it. I always talk about my journey of clearing the entrance examination, as some of you might have seen the older videos where I talk about how I cleared my entrance examination. I cleared it in 40 days, and during 40 days I was studying like crazy. I was studying very hard, and I was not even aware that I can study that hard. Like I was saying, that there were days before the examination when I could study on a stretch for 4 hours, 5 hours, and when I could study for 14 hours or 15 hours a day. But those were scattered days, 1 day or 2 days, and then again we would go back to our older pattern. But during those 40 days of my preparation, I think out of those 40 days I studied for like 37 or 38 days. Only a day or two I took as break, and every single day I was able to study for 13-14 hours, 12 to 14 hours. I don't remember exactly the number of hours, but it was more than 12 hours. So I discovered during those days what my true potential was, or rather I should say what my peak potential was. And I again keep on saying this, that you should have a story to tell yourself for the rest of your life. There has to be a story during which you did what nobody expected you to do, during which you achieved a level you did not know that it even exists, and a period when you think about it later on you could feel proud of. And these 45 days, these 40 days could be that period. If you start even today, and if you start at your best, if you start at your peak, believe you me, nobody can stop you from getting a good rank. Do not overanalyze. Do not ask yourself this question again and again, that is it even possible now? Do not tell yourself that I'll do it the next year because it's too late now. All of these are excuses. Beyond excuses, magic happens, and anybody can make magic happen. It's just a matter of getting started, becoming stubborn, telling yourself that I don't care what happened in the rest of the year. These 45 days are mine, and I will use every single day like it counts. So get stubborn, get angry, get passionate. Take these 45 days. These 45 days are for you, and then create magic out of it. Remember yourself. Remind yourself whatever wrong has been done to you. Remind yourself the time when a PG misbehaved with you. Remind yourself the time when a senior misbehaved with you. Remind the time when you were mocked. Remind the time when you were left in a relationship because the other person thought that they were superior. Whatever your reason is, whatever makes you angry, channelize that anger. Feeling angry about anything, study. Getting bad memories about the MBBS days, study. Study is what is going to redeem yourself. Between you and that version of yourself which is worthy lies these 45 days. And if you can use these 45 days properly, if you can use these 45 days to the best of your potential, you can achieve anything. So don't let the thoughts like I would not be able to pass the examination, it's too late. Do not entertain these thoughts. Just study, study and study. You would not be able to study the main material. If you have completed few subjects and if you have notes, just mug them up. If there are subjects which you have not touched, just use things like rapid revision course or similar courses from other institutes to mug the revision. Believe me, it is still possible. Hundreds of students get selected on the basis of what they do in the last month or last 2 months, and you can be one of them. Best wishes, study hard and message me after getting selected. We'll have fun together, we'll have party together.